G'day chaps and welcome back. So we are warm, we're winded, 10 hours of daylight left, so we've made it to Timberwolf Mountain basically. We are very hungry though, and we have absolutely no food left, so food is a priority. We've got tons of wood burny type stuff. What did I remember? I said I was going to leave that stuff here to cure, didn't I? Now, do I want to put it here or do I want to put it in the cave? Let's leave it here. We're going to have to come back. We're not going to stay in the cave long, are we? We're going to head pretty much straight back out. And this is going to be where we come to make our bow. And we would do arrows, but I haven't got any birch saplings yet, so we're going to have to take that. Sewing kit. I don't need it. I'll leave that there. But we can't stay here, so we'll leave that. We'll grab as much food as we can get. Minus 30 degrees Celsius. Holy shit. Okay. Scrap that then. We wouldn't get far. We would not get far. We wouldn't get far at all. So, I'm just gonna kill a little bit of time with this, and then we're gonna sleep another hour. So I'll put, ooh, it's embers. Let's pop a little bit more on this fire. I always use fir wood first because it's the heavier. And we have too much cedar. So I'll sleep an hour. We just need it to be warmer before we head out because that is brutal. And our clothes are still kind of shit. We do have the hacksaw, don't we? Yes. So we can go and... Oh, I was going to say, do we sleep warmer hour? Now it is minus 13. I can handle that. Or do we sleep one more? We'll sleep one more. Sleep one more. And then we're going. I left the door open, but that's fine. I've always found that 7 hours of daylight, 7 to maybe 4 or 5 hours of daylight, or 3 hours of daylight, are sort of the best conditions you can get. Okay, so it's minus 11 now. It's better. It's not great, but it's better. And we have to get these cattails, so this is going to be a little bit slow, but that's okay. There are a ton of cattails further up, but we're just going to have to ignore them for now, because we can't risk an encounter with the wolf. We don't have any flares, and we do have a torch, but that's not very effective. Or it wasn't the last time I tried it. So energy is okay. I'm okay with running. So what I'm thinking is we'll collect as many cattails as we can around here. And the ones on the other side of the lake I'm kind of going to ignore for now. If we get a flare or something like that, or you know, even a bow, we can take on that wolf. Otherwise, let's just err on the side of caution. How much does that have? Hardly any. So I'm going to leave that for now. Do we have cloth? We've got 6 cloth. I'll leave those gloves and just remember they're there. I think we've got gloves already. Let's just double check. No way, we haven't. We're not even wearing gloves. Oh shit, can you imagine? How cold would that be? Okay. So we can repair those. That's good. That's very good. So we can't really afford to hang around. Temperature's going to start killing us pretty badly pretty soon, so The plan is I'll collect the rest of these cattails, just the ones that we find right here. I'm running now because it is too cold. I don't want to have to start a fire, and then we need to get up to that cave as soon as we can. This episode is going to be kind of a one-off in terms of me recording. So it's a Tuesday evening. So it's I just happen to have half an hour while dinner is being made by my lovely wife. So typical, eh? The boy gets to go and play. But I'm not going to defend it, but I do all the driving and all the jobs around the house. So it's a pretty
Can't feel my feet.
Standard split in terms of housework. Not what I expected when I was growing up. My dad is the oh, there's a bear coming, but he's still far enough away that we don't need to worry about it. God, experience really just counts for so much in this game, doesn't it? Which is why it's so, on the one hand, so rewarding for experienced players, and so brutal for noobs. It is a game you really kind of have to learn. It really is. I guess that's why I've enjoyed, when I was learning how to play, I really enjoyed watching people who knew what they were doing. So Accurize was kind of my teacher while I learned how to play the Long Dark. And now I'm cheeky enough to challenge him. So I'm going to get the torch out just in case. What I was going to say, by the way, I'm going to start this just because we're going to have to start a fire or we're going to die. And there used to be a wolf up here on Stalker. So what I was going to say is, my dad, my dad's very much not a feminist, but equal rights. Which is fantastic. I completely agree. So I grew up with that. And then somehow I've kind of ended up with I'm married. Oh, there's that wolf. I've ended up with a pretty traditional split in terms of housework. And it's just purely through sort of preference. I hate cleaning, and I'm pretty shit at cooking, so it kind of just works. Whereas I really like driving, and I kind of like doing jobs around the house and gardening. So that's all kind of my remit. Anything that needs fixing is me. Also the paperwork and the bills and stuff, that's me. And okay, let's it's not very good, 60%. I'm gonna I really don't want to have to use my. We really need to research that book that gets our fire starting skills better. We have it, we just haven't had a chance to actually research it properly, because that improves our fire starting skills quite a lot. We really can't risk getting hypothermia at this point. It would slow us down too much because we don't have enough access to food, so we wouldn't be able to just hang around and sleep for 24 hours. If it doesn't work this time, I'll use the accelerant. Perfect. Did work. I'll also turn up the ambient sound, by the way. I'm going to put this torch out, but keep it. And let's see the fire word is very heavy. I'm going to have to add more just to get the temperature up. So, yeah, okay. So we're above 0, that's good enough. Let's sort out this hunger problem. Oh, we've got 28 cattails, that's bucketfuls. I guess the added benefit of the fire as well is that if a wolf comes, we're basically going to be safe. So I'm going to eat up. I really want to make sure that we don't lose any condition. I also need to get our weight down, because we're going to be climbing this rope in just a minute. We're fine above 30 kilos, but I don't know if there's any kind of marginal difference between... I've noticed you basically have 30 kilos and then 40 kilos. And anything in between doesn't really seem to matter too much. But let's just kill some time while we warm up. Those gloves are all a lucky find. And we need to be careful. If you see there on our stats, we're going to get tired very, very fast. And I would heat something up and drink it if there was anything, if we had anything. But we don't, we have absolutely nothing. We have no... And the sky's gone grey, and I don't like that. Do we sleep an hour? Is that dumb? Or is that smart? I think we risk it. I just want to make sure we're okay. Getting up to that cave, so I'm gonna... Because we're next to a fire, I'm not too worried about a wolf. So now we're warm, now we're not so tired. Now I think we can go for it. I've tried climbing Timberwolf Mountain before without coffee, without much in the way of resources, and it never works out well. It never works out well. So I found the best way to climb the mountain, really, if you're short on resources, is just really slowly, slow and steady. You know, take big breaks in between each. The climbs just kill you. They just kill you. Absolutely destroy your energy, just like this is going to do. I mean, we're barely going to make it up here. Just barely. Ooh, shit, that's too close. That's too close. Because if you fall from here, you're done. So we are absolutely exhausted now. And there is a wolf that patrols up here, so I'm just going to crouch until we get over the crest of this hill. So we're actually taking condition hit because we're too tired. I'm going to keep this out, there's no point starting it though. Because it's pretty windy. I really miss having a flare.
I'd lay down right here if I thought I'd ever wake up again.
Good news is, we're not going to need to worry about temperature till we get up there. So I think we're okay. We're going to get up to the cave without too much of a problem. Because of that, I'm going to start picking up sticks. There's nothing else we really need from around here. I suppose I should start picking up rose hips again. It's good to have something you can heat up. Really hope you've enjoyed the series so far, people. This is, as I've said before, this is one of those playthroughs that I'm really enjoying. It's challenging enough to be really quite difficult, but to make it really interesting. But it's not so hard that we've been in any really serious risk of death just yet. There's no point having that. We're gonna take some condition hit because we're gonna get too cold by the time we get up to the mountain. So it seems like maybe my decision was right.
We need to find some place to escape this cold.
This corpse should provide some really good food, and if that's a birch sapling, this is like the find of the century. Come on, be birch. Yes. So that's 3 arrows right there.
Goddamn freezing.
So we can cure that. We can't really afford to pass up this meat either. But we're exhausted and we're freezing, so I'm going to leave it for now. We're not going to starve to death. And we can just remember it's there. I don't think it's going to disappear anytime soon. And we have guts for a bow down at our cabin. And that's all we really need guts for at the moment. So I'm going to leave that for now. And probably get it on the way back. Unless, do we go get it tomorrow morning? After we've slept and warmed up. I don't know. Anyway, either way, we're going to have a huge sleep now. And we're going to eat. And we're going to get our condition back up. I believe there's sometimes a carcass around... what's it called? Deer clearing. Either way, we're still scavenging. But that's okay. We've done fine so far. There is a lake on Timberwolf Mountain with cattails. I mean, the other alternative is we just starve our way to the top once we've eaten these cattails. And that might be a fairly viable option. I don't think we die completely. Probably find some carcass or something. So my plan is I really want to research that fire starting. We need to get that stat up. Having 60% chance of starting a fire is really too low. So I think we get to the cave, we sleep 1 hour, and then we'll still have 2 hours of daylight left. So hypothermia risk 22%. Cabin fever's at 26%. So actually this climb up Timberwolf Mountain should do our heads some good. Double benefit of being in a cave. I do wonder when that cabin fever started. I really can't... I don't know. Just gonna drop this anywhere. Sleep a single hour. Take advantage of this daylight while we can. We've only got 1 hour left. So which one is it? It's this one. Let's get that hour in quickly. Yeah, just snuck it in. So we've got to do 2 more hours. Oops, sorry. Need to remember to... Must remember to cure this birch sapling. So I'll leave that there. So that's curing. So we have everything we need to make a bow. We just need to wait and wait and wait. So I'm going to eat most of these, if not all of them. Let's get our condition up as high as it can be. I'm not going to start a fire now, there's no point really. And that rope is very heavy, 5 kilos, but it has saved my life in the past. We've still got a little daylight left, so let's just see if we can repair that. Yeah. No. Now it's dark. Okay. So go back to eating. What else do we need to do? Is there anything else? Do we need to craft anything? Should we craft some torches? That's probably enough. We've got a little bit of fuel left. Can we craft? No, we don't have enough fuel. Oh, just 0.03 litres, too little. Okay, that sucks. There's really nothing more we can do. right now. So let's just sleep the night off. We're gonna wake up. I'll go for 7, then we'll wake up, we'll drink and eat, and then we'll sleep some more. We want to be completely rested. It's probably a good idea to go and get that meat, actually. It's going to be brutally cold outside. And actually, getting that meat would have a double benefit, because we'd have to start a fire, and we need to boil some water anyway. So let's go for 5. Let's really try and get as much energy as we can. Thanks to you guys out there who gave me the comments saying that you like watching some of the slower parts of the game as well. Because I've had other comments in the past saying that can I fast forward the slow bits? No, actually it wasn't a comment. Do you know what it was? It was the viewing stats. So I went into YouTube and I just took a look at some stats on videos, and some of the stats show that they kind of show where people drop off in the video. And I noticed that a lot of people, most people who dropped off when I was doing all that repairing. The repairing, the boiling the water, the doing the fire, you know, that kind of mundane housekeeping part of the Long Dark. And so I did a little experiment. I started cutting those out of the videos. And I seemed to have fewer people dropping out of watching them. So it seemed fairly straightforward. One of the downsides for me is that I have to edit much more. It's much more time consuming. And I'm pretty busy at the moment. So I'm really kind of trying to squeeze in time where I can. On the weekend, if I really need to rest, like have a rest day, like this past Saturday, Sunday, is when I recorded the whole series basically, then I can do it in one chunk, but it's very, very rare for me nowadays. So let's get up to that carcass. We're going to start a fire. We're going to spend the morning here. Weather's looking calm. As long as it's not windy, we're okay. We may need to use quite a lot of fuel just to get the temperature up high enough. Minus 16 is pretty bad. So let's see. We do have those 2 pieces of coal there. They really increase the temperature. So I'll probably try to get those on this carcass as soon as I can. And we will grab the guts, because guts are going to start becoming incredibly useful as soon as we have the, well, now really, because I'm thinking you need a sustainable source of guts really to kind of play the game at all. So okay, 60% chance of success is still shit, still really shit, but I really don't want to use that accelerant, because accelerant's supposed to be for last, you know, emergency type survival. That's why we have the it's the lantern fuel, isn't it? The accelerant is the lantern fuel.
Well, that didn't work.
So this is gonna suck doing it this way, but it's kind of the smart thing to do. I'm glad you enjoyed my wombat story, by the way. I'll try and, if I think of any stories of any stuff that's going on, I'll tell you during quiet parts of the game like this. The other thing that's going on at the moment is raising some money for charity. So This is an initiative in Australia, and it's called Polish Man. The idea is really simple. You paint a fingernail with nail polish. You choose your colour, and then you. The idea is it starts a conversation, and you raise money to help stop child abuse in Australia. So really simple, and they hooked up with a healthy burger company.
Thank goodness for that.
Called Grilled. Ah, we just got that skill. Yes, fire starting. Novice. We got it. Okay, so I'm going to put a shit ton of sticks on here. We really need to get our temperature up, so let's just watch. Let's just make sure we're warm enough. Okay, so we're not freezing anymore. Let's get this meat first thing. Let's get it all. Hacksaw's the quickest. So this lets us warm up. I might chuck the rest of the sticks on here too. We're going to be here a while. And I don't want to be carrying sticks around. So that takes the temperature up to plus 13, 14. Yeah, that's great. So we can cook our food up. So yeah, I kind of got roped into it because they're working with this burger company, and I eat their burgers all the time because they do these healthy chicken burgers on low carb buns, which is, you know, like a really healthy thing to eat, and I'm pretty healthy. And let's just get this 30 minutes, get the guts. So I got kind of pulled into it because of that. They're giving away free burgers every day. I thought that's sweet, great deal. But I followed up on it, so okay, so that's everything there. I'm kind of thinking while I talk now. So we need, let's do 2 litres, let's take it up to 3. Still want to have enough daylight, the wind's picked up, but we still want to have enough daylight to get through the tunnel out the other side and keep going. Okay, so we've got 3 litres, we've got everything we need. Belly's rumbling, let's get the weight down. Let's go for a full kilo of meat. Good drink. Okay, our stats are not bad. Is it windy? Is it too windy to start a torch? I don't know, but we're going to have to start a torch to get through the cave anyway, so let's start it here. Should be alright. Yeah, so I got into this charity thing, and then I thought, what the hell? I may as well make the most of it. So, you know, took a picture of myself with this painted fingernail and posted it on Facebook, and then emailed everyone in my office today about it as well. Sort of explained what it was about, and within a day I've raised $280, which is not bad at all, for a really good cause. And I've also emailed HR at our company to ask if they'll double it, any money that I raise, because I think I can raise at least another 100. And if they double it, then you're starting to get up into like $600 or $700, which is, you know, it's not bad as such a simple thing. I'd be very proud of that if I managed to do that. Anyway, back to the game. We're up to about half an hour, so I'm just gonna walk in the cave. We're gonna save it here, and I'm gonna leave it for another time. One thing we could do, we could either go through the cave as one option, or we could go up ahead and we could open the containers that I know are up ahead on this kind of level. Ooh, there are some more birch saplings over there. Might be a good idea to go and just quickly harvest those as well, because then we can do not just 3 arrows, but up to 7. We've got 7 arrowheads. So, something to think about. Let me know what you think in the comments. This has saved the game. And that's it for now. Where is my... Let's just make sure I don't forget that. I'll put that somewhere really obvious. Yep. I'm just going to go back into the caves to save it. And that's it. Thank you for watching, as always. And I will see you in the next one. Ciao for now.